Yo, what's going on, alien race? I didn't really want to make this video, but I decided to make it instead. I needed to address Battlefront 2 and where it's been on my channel. It just doesn't exist anymore because EA and DICE think it doesn't exist either. We are getting new updates, hopefully soon. New Clone Trooper skins this month. I want to see what they look like, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do release. Because if they release those stupid skins that have been in the file since day one, there's going to be some rants over on Reddit. So if you're not already subbed to that Reddit, I'd sub to it this month because it might get a little bit spicy. So why did the game die? You've clicked on this video and you want to know why one of your potentially most favourite games of 2017 turned out to be one of the worst games of 2017 and history. Now, first of all, the game did have one of the worst launches, if not the worst launch for a EA DICE Star Wars game. And if you didn't know what happened at launch, it pretty much the progression system they had in the game was a shady business practice, and Disney then pretty much told EA that they're getting too much backlash from consumers of the Battlefront 2 product that they need to tell EA to fix something. So they had to disable microtransactions, otherwise Disney could have revoked the license from EA. To be honest, I hope they done that instead, because the lack of support they're giving the game now is dreadful. But that's another topic. So Disney pretty much told EA, hey, don't do this, and the reason that helped the player base die is because 20% of the people refunded the game, or they were going to purchase it originally, read reviews and stuff, and they were terrible just because of this thing. So 20% of the players either didn't buy it or refunded it, and boom, there's a big hit to your player base already. The game was buzzing at launch. It was a great fun, a lot of fun, I will admit that. I didn't do any microtransaction purchases anyway, so it doesn't affect me, and it was a lot of fun, I must admit. But then you sort of get off through the months, you get to, you know, higher levels. I've got all the star cards I want that at max level. I sort of realised, what do I do now? Then they released the Last Jedi season. That helped the player base increase once again. Crate was a great map, Finn, great hero. Phasma, she's okay, but it's cool to see her in the game, I must admit. Then after that, after the Last Jedi season was one of the biggest hits the player base has taken ever since the launch. Obviously the launch being one of the worst. But the Last Jedi, we're waiting, we're like, okay, the Last Jedi season's finished, give us the next season, or at least give us information on the next season. We didn't get any information on the next season until a week before its launch, which was, I think, around about May time. It was in May, I'm not 100% sure, but it was around about May. And that's, what, 4 months after the Last Jedi season did finish, and that's a little bit long to wait for a game, you know, to have information on the next content you're going to have. So in between the Last Jedi and Season 2, pretty much the game had a slow decline of players and then increased again a tiny bit when the Han Solo season came out. We wanted Clone Wars after the Last Jedi, as did the whole community, but we didn't get that. So there's another thing, EA aren't listening to the community, as they say they always do listen, but they obviously don't listen. So there you have it again, being they don't care. Han Solo season got dropped. A little bit of spike of players. It was fun. I enjoyed Kessel. The new skins were cool. However, you had to buy them with a lot of credits or crystals, which was fair enough. You know, you can purchase skins if you want the skin, or you can save up and purchase them with credits, in-game credits, if you wanted the skin as well. So that was kind of cool. And then obviously more skins got released for new heroes, different alien races and stuff like that. Kind of a cool addition, which should have been in the game at launch. And here we are today. Since the Han Solo season, nothing really has been majorly announced apart from the E3, the EA Play conference. We had Grievous, Obi-Wan, Anakin and Count Dooku being announced for fall/winter, which I'm assuming is probably September to February. I don't know if they'll do it in 2 separate seasons.
General Grievous, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, Anakin Skywalker.
Well, personally, I think this is the last hurrah for the devs. They might save the game, but after this has been released, I think they're just going to ditch the game and focus on Battlefield 5. The reason I think this is because Battlefield will get released, and then EA will realise how much money that's raking in, because it's Battlefield. It never fails to impress. Battlefield 5 looks great, and I'll probably get it myself. So there, EA have my money once again. So the second reason this game died, and it's still happening today, it's still dying because of this reason. It's still an occurring reason as to why the game is losing players. The lack of dev support, communication, and updates for the game. A game like Star Wars Battlefront 2, as big as the Star Wars universe is, somehow EA and DICE have found a lack of content to add to the game, which mind boggles me, because the amount of stuff that could be added to this game is insane. It's genuinely, it could be one of the best ever games just because of the content that it has in it. But EA and DICE have decided, you know, let's not go down that route. Let's move some developers, or in fact like probably 3/4 of the developers that were working on Battlefront 2 to Battlefield 5, because that's their biggest money grabber, and of course they're going to do that because they're going to get more money. So we can kind of expect, as I said earlier, the Season 3 will be the Clone Wars season, and I've got a feeling that's going to be the last season we will receive for Battlefront 2. Now Battlefront 3, will it get released? I don't know, because Disney might not want it to get released since the second one didn't receive good reviews. EA might not release it, or decide to release it, because of the second one not making as much money as they expected. Obviously the community would be grateful if they continued to support the game, Battlefront 2, and made Season 4, Season 5, but if they, you know, released it, more information. If we got a roadmap that wasn't just saying coming soon, or giving us very vague statements of what we're getting and when we're getting it. So the player base, the reason it died, I'm afraid, was because of the release, and it's still dying today because of the lack of support, communication, and just general, they don't care about the game. That is why. Now, I do apologise for everyone who still plays the game. Personally, I don't play the game anymore. It is a fun game. I hope you still enjoy the game. If you're looking to get it, I think it's on sale right now. If it's like below £20, I'd say purchase it. It's a bargain for £20. I'm not going to lie, the amount of content that's in there for £20, you cannot go wrong. I've had like 300 hours in the game, but I just can't play it anymore. I don't know what it is. I can't bring myself to play that game anymore and support the devs and the team over at EA. Just I don't want to support them at all. So there's my video. I did say it. If anyone from EA and DICE is watching this, it's not your fault. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure it's someone above you whose fault, or someone else. I don't know. That's all I've got to say. Comment below your thoughts on why the player base died. Basically, they're still not updating the game as much as we would like, or communicating to the fans, as EA always do anyway. So it's nothing surprising. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.